Hello guys, and welcome to another video. I have short hair, this is a completely different setup, and I have a slightly different backdrop, but that's not the point. The point is, I am notoriously terrible at caring for plants. I don't know why, but somehow I always manage to not water my plants enough. I've tried reminders, I've tried putting sticky notes all around the house. I somehow always still forget to water my plants, and they always end up dying because of that. So we're just gonna make a plant pot that screams at me every time when my plant needs to get watered. Yay! Well, now you might be wondering, of course, how am I going to do that? Because it sounds kind of difficult. How am I going to find out if the soil is wet or not? And how am I going to play some audio at the right time? And where I'm going to get that audio from? Well, it's actually quite simple, because to find out how moist our soil is, we actually only have to use this little thing here. This is a moisture sensor, and it only has 3 connections. It only has 5 volts, ground, and signal, and that's it. Pretty basic, works wonderfully, and now we need to, of course, process this signal. And the best way to do that, in our case, is to use a Raspberry Pi. And yeah, it's basically this tiny computer here. You have USB, you have internet, you have aux, HDMI, and it's all powered by one USB-C, which makes it, well, quite small, which is great because we don't want a giant plant top. We're going to be using this as our main compute unit. Why? Because of course you have ESP32s, Arduinos, those would be a lot smaller. We're going to use this because we need that aux port for our audio system. Talking about the audio system, here we have it. This is a little bit jacked together, but it works perfectly. This is a tiny little 3-watt amplifier, and this is a 5-watt speaker, I know. Little sketch, but it works great. This is incredibly loud, and we only have USB here for power and aux for our audio signal, which means that we can, thanks to our ports, we can just plug this in here, plug that in there. I love USB-A, and bingo, we have a sound system. Now, we don't just want to have this flying around because that would look bad, and I already have a lot of bad looking tech because it's flying around. God damn it. Hello, I'm still living. Lying. Now, we have to make a plant pot that will embrace our technology here. And the only way that I know of how to do that is 3D printing. So yeah, I'm gonna go and do some CAD, and I'll see you then. Right, so I've done a little bit of 3D CAD design here, and as you can see by the 2 colors, we have the 2 parts. First of all, we have this plant pot thing up here. I'm just going to be gluing both of the parts together then. So yeah, on the top here we have just the plant pot part. It's just a normal plant pot. And down here we have our base. I've got some little feet here so that the speaker kind of has like air to breathe so that you can really hear it nicely. And then down here I have graved some specs in for our Raspberry Pi and the ports over here, our speaker, our little amplifier board, and last but not least for the USB-C power cable. And yeah, I don't think there's really much more for me to say except for let's get this printing. And yeah, pretty much with that, we already have basically almost everything of our plant pot here ready. So these are 2 parts, because of the simplicity to print, I wouldn't have to do supports and that. And yeah, down here at the bottom, we've got all the tech. We have got our Raspberry Pi, our speaker driver board, and there's not really much more down here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but the speaker here, I've had to mount it outside of its actual space, because apparently this isn't actually a square, it gets larger on the sides here. So yeah, that's really annoying. I don't know why you would do that and not just make it a larger square. But hey, everything fits now. I've even added a few little rubber feet here, and now I've just got to go and head and code and put the moisture sensor in. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, I'm drier than your goddamn DMs over here.
Oh no. Well, that's hilarious, okay.
This ain't a plant pot, it's a f***ing dehydration chamber.
Right, and here we have it, the final product. Yeah, I think this came out like really well. You can't really see anything that tells you that this isn't just a normal plant pot at all, which I really think is quite cool, because that means that if I ever invite someone over, this will definitely be something to talk about, because like, why on earth is my plant pot talking?
I'm so thirsty I started hallucinating a responsible owner.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, the soil is quite dry right now, and yeah, the plant does not like that. And even though the audio is a little bit on the low quality side, I would say that that kind of adds to the feel of...
Hey, I'm drier than your goddamn DMs over here.
I think that just adds to the vibe and makes it even more hilarious. But anyway, I have some water here, so yeah, let's see if we can't make the plant give us some compliments.
Look at you, giving a damn for once.
Hey, it's nicer than saying that it's drier than my DMs. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment if you have any other ideas for stupid, hilarious things I should make. And yeah, of course, see you in the next one. Bye.